Hello and welcome everybody to Spreading the Nerd. I'm your host Clint, and joining with me, as always, now is Nick and Rick. And I'm getting a bad reverb. There we go. Now I can talk without hearing myself. How are you two gentlemen doing today?
Doing good. I was just telling you guys earlier this week, I was showing you pictures. I was doing some yard work. It was 60 degrees. I had shorts and t-shirt on. I woke up this morning, I had to plow about 3-4 inches of snow, and it's looking like another 3 to 6 on Sunday. So Michigan weather, what are you going to do?
Nice. Rick, yourself, how are you?
Pretty much in hell right now, but other than that, I'm fine. Thank you.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, speaking of snow, I have, I live in New England, in New Hampshire, in the mountains, where we have snow in the mountains until June. And we're getting like 2 inches of snow tomorrow. And you would think we were getting a blizzard of 20 feet. I stopped to get dinner at the market, and everybody's just there buying tons of water. Lines are down the road, the aisles, getting dried goods and stuff. I'm like, people, you've been around here for decades. It's 2 inches of snow. It's gonna be okay. Like,
I will say, as a person who works in a grocery store, I am utterly amazed that they actually did it the day before, because I kid you not, around us, they wait until the snow starts falling, and then it's like a mass panic. And it's like, what are you doing? I've been talking about it all week.
Yep.
And I have no snow, so just to be clear, my statement had nothing to do with the weather. But I just looked. We're not supposed to get snow till Monday, but Monday shows a high of 61, so I'm not really sure how that's going to work. But we'll see, I guess.
Oh.
Ooh, nice. That was the other thing. It's like we had such a tease of. So this is not a video game podcast or movie podcast or anything more. This is just talking about the weather,
food and weather,
guys. So we had I think it was Monday and Tuesday. It got to Tuesday. It was like 74 degrees here. I was just like, oh my god. And then today, I woke up to 16 degrees. And I'm like, okay, I guess Fallout's coming. Jesus Christ.
If anything, we're just showing our cred that we're old and seasoned gamers, because what do you do when you get old? You talk about the weather.
Right.
Oh, that's all it is.
My big toe started hurting, so I know there's a storm coming.
Silken
thank you, Silken. Our baguette brother coming in with the save. Weather is science. Science is nerdy. I like it. This is why we have to keep Silken it around.
He's my good
luck. Our copium supply might be getting a little low soon, but
let's start with a little round robin here. Nick, what did you do this week? Anything good? Play anything? Watch anything? How was your week?
It's been, I got sick earlier in the week, so I was doing going to bed pretty early. And for me, early means by like I take my NyQuil at 9 o'clock. By 9:30, 10 o'clock, I'm like zoning. So I'm up in bed.
I go to bed normally now.
Oh man, I wish I could. My brain is always going. So I had the Ally X in bed, Slay the Spire, and it was always one more run. And as I'm doing this whole thing, and I'm like, oh, I better save real quick before I pass out face down in this thing, and it burns up because all the vents are covered by like blankets or something. So a lot of Slay the Spire, and then towards the end of the week, I got into Marathon. Shout out to Silken It. He is my good luck charm. Silken It joins to watch me, and all of a sudden, my runs go from utter shit to amazing. Best runs I've ever had. So thank you, Silken It.
Very good. Very good.
So it's magical French.
It is.
Rick,
I got bro powers.
What have you been playing, watching, or anything this week? Anything?
Well, two things to talk about. I'll make Ellery wait a little bit longer here. But first one is, as expected, as I suggested last week, I did finish Requiem. I finished it on Saturday, as expected. My previous statements, for the most part, held up. Final boss was kind of ass, so I guess you could throw that in there. But the three primary criticisms I had are valid. And I do have a few other criticisms for the most part, but very good game. Certainly the direction I want to see them continue. Preferable to the... Well, I loved 7, especially preferable to 8, because I was not the biggest fan of Village. Very good. I actually, if you're a longtime Resident Evil nerd, I actually did like the story. I thought it did a pretty cool job of actually tying back to, especially the original trilogy, because it deals a lot with Umbrella. Very good, very good. As of now, I mean, not that it's in exactly the stiffest of competition at this point, but it's pretty easily the best game of the year so far. We'll see if next week might change that, and I'm pretty sure November is going to very much change that, but we'll see. The other one, and this is what I suggested to Ellery, that I might have some info pertinent to their interests. I have been trying to think of a funny way to phrase this, but I can't come up with one, so I'll just say it. I got docked.
That's right. You did mention that last week.
Yeah. I picked it up. Did it come out last week? I don't remember, but I did play it.
I can't remember. I think it was last week or the week before. I can't remember.
Yeah, I did play a fair bit of it the last week or so. It is very different, actually, from what I thought. It's not just SnowRunner or even Roadcraft would probably be a better comparison, but it's not just that. In fact, it's obviously way more laser focused because it's just dock work. It's just longshoremen and stuff like that. I have found my new passion, which is piloting an STS crane on the piers now. I have been trying to play it almost entirely in first-person view to try to give it a more realistic, challenge in terms of trying to line things up and stuff like that. Which, don't get me wrong, I understand. I mean, as somebody who drove a forklift for a living for a very long time, I understand that it's not nearly as simple as this makes it out to be, particularly with the giant-ass cranes. I realize there's a reason why those guys make a lot of money, because it's a very dangerous profession. Not so much for them, but for everybody around them, right? But it's cool. Unfortunately, I will say it kind of runs like ass on console. I got it on Xbox because that's where I have all my Saber interactive simulation series games, and can't change that now. I did go back and forth if I wanted to get it on PC or not, but I stuck with Xbox. Yes, joking. I'm not joking. I've driven forklifts for at least 15 years. Probably longer than that, actually. Actually, it has been longer than that because I drove them when I worked at like a hardware store and stuff like that. But I work at a plumbing, heating, and industrial wholesaler. Now, I don't drive the equipment much anymore, but I did do it all the time. I would drive a forklift, I would drive a reach lift, a picker, all that kind of stuff. So yes, I actually have quite a bit of experience with that stuff. Now, not moving stuff on a pier. I'm not driving that kind of equipment, but what was I saying? Okay, kind of threw me off there. Oh yeah, so
power hand and stuff like that.
Yeah. So there's a good possibility I might be getting kicked out here soon. Just so you know, the wind is raging like crazy around here, and I just saw the light flicker, so I'm wondering if the power might knock out, but we'll see. On Xbox, it doesn't really cap it at 30, which I wish there at least was an option to set that, but there's not. Sometimes it's okay, sometimes it's not. They probably need to go in and actually, I don't say optimize it, but it seems to have like ray trace reflections, and it's like, well, if I could turn that off, it'd probably run a lot better because there's a lot of water on the ground and stuff like that. And it actually does look it's a really good looking game for sure. But I do like how this game, unlike the other ones, which are more like, hey, jump between a bunch of different types of vehicles and all that stuff, it's so much more laser focused, but it does make it that like, you actually can climb up the rigging and all that stuff for the S. And in fact, that's the very first thing you do when you first start the game. The first thing it has you do is you're on ground level. You go in the STS crane. You turn on the you lower the boom and you walk up to the elevator.
We might have lost him.
Did we lose him? That might have been it. That might have been it. That might have been the wind.
Tell him I actually just put it on my wish list. My kid loves games like that.
Oh, what, docked?
Yeah. Actually, I just pulled it up. I was like, oh man, that's right up his alley.
Yeah, I haven't played it. We'll just keep Rick right there in the corner in spirit. I haven't played it personally, but yeah, it looks pretty cool with the whole dock working thing and stuff. And I was never a simulator fan, but I'm starting to get more into it now though. But yeah, Ellery and chat and also Baldwin saying that the demo was good, so maybe it just needs some help with some with their ecos forever.
Yep.
Pour one out for the homie.
Press F for respects, not to interact.
Yeah, not to interact. No. So now that Rick can't say anything anymore, I guess I'll go into what I've been playing. It's been a busy week. A lot of games for me. Not necessarily a lot of games. 2 games released this week for me. Fatal Frame 2, which is one of my all-time favorite horror games. I got a remake. I think it originally came out in 2003, I think. I didn't play it much because I don't want to get into it because I've got so many more games going and I'm stuck in that loop, like you said, of just one more round of marathon Arc Raiders and stuff. So I'm just like, all right, I gotta finish Resident Evil before I get into Fatal Frame, but I also got Monster Hunter Stories 3 as well. So I don't have enough time.
I don't know how you do it. Like you're a machine.
I don't know. The biggest thing is like I've got the Ally X as well, and I have a lot of downtime at work, so I feel like Monster Hunter Stories is going to be my at work game. But I played Monster Hunter Stories here for only like 30 minutes when I got home, and I was like, this game is gorgeous. It's so beautiful with the colors, and it's got an OLED screen, and the colors just pop and look so good. So I'm like, no, now I know when I pull up my Ally, I know it's going to look decent on there, but I'm going to be thinking of that. And so back to Fatal Frame. It looks great. I love the story in it. It's old Japanese horror, and I just like it because that is one of the few games that actually scares me, not only because of the psychological stuff, but I get a lot of jump scares from it too, because any other horror game, there's always a monster, there's a zombie, but if you close a door, if you go into a safe room or something like that, you're safe. You've got a wall between you or something. With Fatal Frame, you're not. It's a ghost. There's ghosts. So once a ghost sees you or finds you or you run into one, there's no getting away from it. You can run as far as you want. You can go behind a wall. They just come through the damn wall. And so there's never, once you meet a ghost, you're just constantly, and of course your weapon is a camera. So while you're trying to get it in focus and frame to do the most amount of damage, you're sitting there like, oh my God, it's going to jump, it's going to jump on me. So it's very, very nerve wracking. But I definitely want to get into it more. It is, like I said, it does look good. I am running it on the PS5 Pro and it stutters like hell. It'll be fine, good 60, and then just like boom, down to 20 for like 2 seconds, back up to 60. Go a little bit more, turn around the corner, drop right down to like the 30s and back up to 60. So it's very jarring that way. So it's another reason I'm going to kind of put it down, and hopefully a patch comes out, because I really don't think that's how it should be played, and it's very, very kind of takes you out of it when it's constantly frame rate. It's like, just keep it at 30 so it's not as jarring, but when it's going back and forth like that, I just can't do it. A lot of marathon. Every time I play it, I'm like, it just gets better and better, and it was a game that yeah, so Rick's back in chat. Damn, power went out right in the middle of, yep, we figured. We had your face up here for a bit, Rick, in spirit, but it ended up going away.
We need that gold border like they did for Hogue on Bitcast, just put Rick's picture in there.
Yep, and you can just be the whole background of the.
There we go. Yeah.
So I've been playing, like I said, marathon. I've been really stuck on playing the Thief now. I'm getting like ton of loot using the visor. I had mentioned to you that there's a little mod that I have now, so any container I open, it creates a stack of how fast things pop up to loot. So after I've opened up like 3 or 4 things, this stuff just like pops. It's like it's there. So I'm just like a demon with that going through. And I've found my play style, even when I was playing the assassin, of very slow and steady in this. Very slow and steady. I'll run around like the open areas, but as soon as I get to a building or something, I'm in crouch mode and I'm just slowly sneaking, listening for those footsteps. So yeah, I'm really digging marathon. You still playing that hardcore because you were playing live and stuff, right?
Yeah, as much as I play, I don't really have as much time as you guys in there. But when I go in, it's usually like this really fun cycle of you keep getting destroyed left and right,
Yep.
and then going in with a free kit. I think, and then all of a sudden you're like, I'm on demon time. Here I am. I'm here to destroy the whole entire map. I down 2 or 3 people, and the next thing you know, I'm kitted on the next map, and now I'm like, I guess I'm gonna go take out these AI, and now I'm making all sorts of noise, and somebody comes for me, I guess now.
Yep.
Whatever.
Yeah, it's so true. I did a free kit. I had like nothing. So I pulled out a free kit, and I think I sent him a picture. I was like, I got like 11 kills and like 3 runner kills. And like that was with a free kit. Yep. But when I have my own stuff, I might get like 1 or 2, but I'm like more careful with it, I guess. And I just end up dying more. But it is one of those games where I die like 4 times in a row, and then I get a good win, so I get sucked back in. So the replay's good.
The weird thing, I don't know if you feel the same way too, but like in like other, especially like arc raiders, right? So if I get in the beginning, because it's not that way anymore, it's kumbaya all day long. You know, it's the whole entire server teaming up. But in the early days, if you got taken down, it would just burn me all night.
Oh,
like, you know, when you get ratted when you're trying to go for like the matriarch or trying to help out in that, and some guy comes up and just rats you, it drove me nuts. And this, I'm like, hey, appreciate it, dude. Good games. I don't care.
Yep.
You know what? You helped me clean out my vault because it was getting overflowing anyway. So I guess free kit.
Yep. Yeah, I definitely feel the same way. And I think it, like you said, it's because Arc, now that I've played it, so friendly, and there's that the way they do the servers, that you get grouped with friendly people, is that you just expect everyone to be friendly. So when it does happen to you, you're like, what the hell is this? It's so out of left field. You're not prepared for it. You've brought in your great stuff because it's fine. It's bed of roses. Everybody's going to repair you, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, Marathon is definitely a whole different beast of like, when I go in, I'm like, I'm probably going to die, and that's okay.
Yep. Now, have you played on the map Outpost yet at all?
That's the last one, right?
Yes, not the 4th one.
We're still working on fire with the flame.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. I have. I think I've played on it 3 times, I think.
Yeah.
It's crazy because of that fire.
But how do you feel about navigation? Because I swear, like a lot of times I'm just like, I know I need to go here, but how do I get there? Like that whole pinwheel inner mechanics, and like the way that the loot doors work with like the clearances is just insane. How deep that is.
And it makes it even worse at times for me when I'm a thief, because I'll use that visor and you see like, oh, there's green loot, blue loot over here, and you're just like, okay, it's behind that wall. But then you're trying to find your way around that wall, and then you finally find a way to go around into that room, and you find out it's locked. And I still haven't. I'm like, I think I'm almost level 18 in it, and I still have not figured out how to open up those like toxic rooms or anything like that. I haven't even discovered that yet.
Okay.
So I'm still very lost. As much as I do play it, I'm still very much a newbie at it. So, but yeah, the last one, especially the last map, there's it's like ups and downs, and I have no idea where I am, especially where I've only played it maybe 3 or 4 times. I've been mainly hitting perimeter, and now I'm comfortable with perimeter, where I'm like, I just know the map now. So maybe I'll start venturing out. Maybe, I don't know. The AI gets hard in the other ones.
Yes, it does. Yeah. There's some POIs in Dire Marsh that I'm just like, oh Lord, I don't know how anybody survives it unless you use the assassin with all your smokes and invisible.
Right. Yeah. That's one thing I haven't done. Any of the POIs, I have not finished a single POI on solo. Because I just it feels like you probably have to be either the assassin or the guy with the shield there, maybe.
Yep. Destroyer.
But, Destroyer, yeah. But I feel a thief, not happening. No way.
Right.
There's nothing. I don't really have any defensives or anything like that. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. Like I said, every time I boot it up, I'm having more and more fun with it. So definitely excited to see more. They did have a nice new patch out too that dropped. made the AI a little bit less tanky, added some other stuff, fixed a few things that people were complaining about with the what was it, the scopes there, the infrared. Was it infrared?
Yep, infrared was they reduced the distance that you can see. Though I do have to say the other thing that has been pretty impressive is their ability to take feedback and roll on it quickly, because in this last update they increased the distance that you could hear gunfire and explosions.
Right.
And people have been complaining about it like crazy, and they already said, okay, we hear you, we'll take it back a step on the next patch. So
yeah. So yeah, that's good. Like you said, there's definitely a lot of feedback, and so knowing that they're doing that, you can tell that they definitely want this to grow and have a good time. And people need to get off the marathon hate case. Like, if it's not a game for you, that's fine. But everybody out there, I've seen several people are like, "Oh, it's the next High Guard." And I'm like, "What are you smoking? Like, it's just like, what are you doing? That's clearly not going to happen." So Ellery and chat, I really hope Sony sticks with them. I totally think they will. I think it'll be fine. It may not be hitting ARC numbers, but it's still between like 60, 80K. And for a live service game, I think that's fine. I think even that's perfectly acceptable. And that's just Steam. That's not PlayStation, Xbox. So
what's crazy is before Arc Raiders, if you would have told any of the extraction shooters out there that you would be pulling that, they would probably like, oh, heck yeah. Because like the one that I think comes even close to that, it's got to be Delta Force. And that's not just extraction. That's also the whole Battlefield knockoff portion. So and that's free to play. And I think it's still putting out 40 to 60 average.
Yeah. So, and with the numbers it has, it can definitely, and like I said, that's just Steam numbers. So it definitely has the legs to go for a while. I think it'll be fine. And as it gets more refined and people are moving kind of on to the next thing and of hating something, and there's not so much hate around it, I think you'll find some more people coming in, and especially once I'm sure they're going to release new classes and stuff, I would imagine. So
every season.
Nice. Yep. What does Rick say? I can see a house looking out my window with power. This is bullshit. Also, somebody across that's probably the line to his house. That happened to me once. I think it was like 3 winters ago. The line to my house fell down, and I was fuming. Kind of like how I was fuming. What was it? Was it Wednesday? And I got home, and my internet was down, and my service provider texted me, and they were like, "Oh, the service is down. It could be down for quite a while." And where I live, I don't have any phone reception, not enough I can like send a text. That's it. Anything that uses any little bit of data, it's not happening. So I was like, cool, I guess. Well, maybe I'll get caught up on Resident Evil. And then it finally kicked back after 2 hours. But that 2 hours, I realized I probably should go into some type of rehab, because I was going a little crazy there. Because usually, even if my Wi-Fi is out, at least I have my phone. I can scroll, I can do things, but no, I couldn't do anything. I could play Resident Evil, but I was like, okay, I don't like this. I was like, a kid back in the day when I didn't have any of that. When the power goes out, you here and read a book by candlelight. That's all you got. So.
Right. I still have one of those old school, like those little lanterns, like with the little wick and the oil, the lamp oil and stuff.
Yep,
were great.
Good stuff. Let's see. A little bit of news. What do you think? Should we get into some news?
Yeah, we should get off marathon talk for the week,
I guess so. Yeah, I guess so. Unless there was another game that you wanted to talk about or anything like that.
No, that's basically been me.
Alrighty, cool. I didn't want to interrupt you before. When you were talking about the Ally X, it reminded me way back when I had like the 3DS, and I would play it like this in bed. And I remember falling asleep, and it like fell right on my head, like on my tooth. I thought, one mistake that I'll never make again.
I am okay. So this is gonna sound ridiculous, but like I prop my pillow up against the headboard, and I've got like one of those Volare pillows that I sit with, just to kind of keep the posture a little bit, because I'm old and too much of that whole gamer lead, and my back the next day is like, oh, are you kidding me? Come on now. So yeah, I have to be a little bougie with it.
That's all right. That's fine. Rick has one of those cushions that have like the handheld like thing on it, and he's talked about it before, and he said he really likes it. But I need something like that. It's funny you mentioned that too. I guess getting old or whatever, but I've just ordered because it may be old or just really goddamn lazy. Because when I go to bed, I can't just go to sleep. I have to have something going on. I have to be watching something. I have to have something going, reading. But I ordered a because I was watching South Park. South Park makes me fall asleep. That's what I watch at night. So but my phone keeps falling down. I have like a book piled up and it falls out. I'm like, God damn it. So then I finally just ordered one of these like long telescopic wire things that holds it that you can bend, and it attaches to the side of the bed. And I'm like, this is so stupid. But I'm like, you know what? I don't care.
Yeah.
So now I can lay flat on my back and have the screen up there. It's gonna be like that Disney show where everybody's just in a like the little car or the little chair that they do everything.
See, it's funny you say that too, because I actually have Audible books that I listen to. Like, so I put an earbud in and set a sleep timer for a half hour, and I'll wake up in the middle of the night and hopefully it didn't fall off into my bed and I got to find it.
Yep.
And I just put it back in the case. So like, you know, it'll be like Wheel of Time or, you know, Dungeon Crawler Carl. I'll put that on the loop, you know, or the Cradle series. You know, those are my go-tos that I'll just like, I'm going to re-listen to that. I don't remember half of it. I'm keep skipping through to parts, you know,
something to
have in the background. So
Silkina coming in with the save again. I went one lazy step further. I have a remote page turner.
I'm not gonna lie, I've seen those and I went, that's actually pretty legit. I might want one of those.
It's like the people that have the they have like it's like a little ring I've seen.
Yes.
And
it's like forward and backward.
Yeah, but they use it for like TikTok as well. And I'm like, oh man, but I don't know. I probably
scrolling's bad enough. I don't want to enable myself more.
I know. Oh God. Yeah. Well, before we go more on a tangent of how lazy and old I am, let's go with some news. You had mentioned Battlefield with Delta Force earlier. EA earlier this week laid off a bunch of staff from the Battlefield teams, even though it was the most best-selling game in America last year. Still had layoffs, an unknown number of individuals from across its Battlefield teams, including workers at Criterion, DICE, Ripple Effect, and Motive Studios. I mean, with the decline of the Battlefield 6 numbers, it's a great game, but with the decline and that you know, I know they got bought out. I know it's not going through for a while, but I'm sure someone's behind there pulling strings and like, hey, this needs to be cleaned up. So, it sucks, especially if we don't know how many.
Well, they mentioned people? Like 6 studios.
So that's this guy a good
6 studios trying to eat, and they gave it 2 seasons, and obviously the last one still hasn't really brought the numbers back in a big way.
Right.
You can only justify that much of a workforce on it unless you're working on the next thing, which I think they probably won't even bother starting to greenlight until the new company takes over. So.
Yeah, you're probably right there. And it's just crazy that, you know, we've said it a few times on the show. Multiple people have said it. No matter how good your game is, how good it sells, like you are not safe. I mean, Battlefield 6 sold 7 million copies in 3 days, and studios are not getting completely shuttered, but you're getting fired for selling 7 million copies in 3 days. So it's just ridiculous. It sucks to see. Maybe we should blame Arc Raiders for this.
Honestly, yes, because how many chat and I know us are we are in the same boat. How many people were super excited for Battlefield 6? Battlefield 6 came back. Everybody was on it. We're like, we're so back. Oh, yeah. Heck yes, we're here.
Yep.
And Arc Raiders came, and it was just a ghost town. Nobody. I mean,
absolutely wild.
I open up my Steam library and I'm scrolling through and I'll see Battlefield still installed. I'm like, oh, I should go play that. But there's this game. So another time.
Same thing happened to me. And it was wild last year because Battlefield, ever since 1942, has always been one of my all-time favorite multiplayer series. It had some highs and lows, of course. And then coming off of 2042, it was really low for me. So when Battlefield 6 came out, I was like, this is amazing. I'm going to dump hundreds of hours, because usually if, you know, the Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4, I dumped hundreds and hundreds of hours into that. So I'm like, this is going to be great, fantastic. And then Arc Raiders came out, and I think there's nothing wrong with Battlefield 6. It's a great game, but the fact that Arc Raiders stole so much thunder, it should be studied, because it's just wild.
I have an interesting take on that, and that it just further proves that gamers don't know what they want. Because if you would have asked anybody, or a large portion of people, they would have said, who wants an extraction shooter? Nobody wants this.
Right.
Battlefield was exactly what we wanted. They gave us exactly
what we asked for.
Yep. So where are we right now? You know, they're like, "What? We gave you what you wanted. What more can we do?"
Not good enough.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so true. It's so true.
And everybody kept saying, where's all these extraction shooters coming from? It's such a niche market. Who's going to be playing these things? And now Call of Duty and Battlefield are both bowing down to the might of Arc Raiders.
Yep. It's just crazy. Yeah. I would have never said, because I wasn't Arc Raiders wasn't even on my radar last year. And then the week before that it launched, it had that like free play weekend, and I was like, oh no. So let's see what else before we get into anything major. As talking about studios closing, Until Dawn remake developer Ballistic Moon officially has been dissolved. So that's another company down the old drain, which is from it's a UK company. Let's see. I'm trying to see if it says how many people, but it doesn't say. Not that I see. But yeah, so which honestly, I'm not too surprised on that one. Sadly, I never want to see a developer get laid off or anything like that. But the Until Dawn remake didn't exactly launch to good reviews. A lot of people weren't happy with that remake. So
also adding the fact that it came out in 2024, and there's been
and
no
quiet. I mean, nothing.
As far as we know, there wasn't even a canceled project that when they got shuttered. So,
yep. Let's see. Speaking of the Ally X as well, your if I can talk, Jesus, your Xbox Ally X is due for a crucial performance update in April. Xbox says it's planning to add automatic super resolution to the handheld, which should give it an extra 30% frame rate boost, all while maintaining nearly equivalent visual quality. I'm excited.
It won't come to us for a while, but unless do you have the Xbox version? Because I have the
I have the Xbox version. Yeah, okay. I do. Stupidly. And I know fully well, stupidly.
I mean, comfort of the handheld of like those grips.
It's really nice.
Yeah. You have that new feature recently, right? For clipping, I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
Or there will be soon.
I think it's coming out soon. I don't think it's out, at least on mine, yet. Let's see. The coming update is a great change for the system, which is already the best handheld gaming PC. Apparently, you can buy. In the video, the company doesn't say whether the feature is also coming to the lower powered Xbox Ally, but it's not really that lower power. Like the chipset,
DRAM usage. They probably figure it's going to be enough of a performance hit that it kind of dropped it down too far.
But good news for someone who, stupidly spent $1,000 like I did on that goddamn thing. But the way I look at it is, like I said, I am very lucky enough that I can be lazy at work and play or watch movies almost 2 to 3 hours a day at work. So it was worth the money for me. It was worth it. I just sit in my truck and play games or watch Netflix. I'm very, very lucky. People are like, sometimes it sucks. I have to work out in the cold weather. I'm a pest technician, so sometimes I work with bed bugs. It's not fun, cockroaches, all that jazz. But I also have a lot of downtime, and I get paid to play games for, like I said, 2 to 3 hours a day. So I can't really complain that much.
Wow. Living the dream over there.
Yeah, sure. Nissa says, I got all of them. Just need my Dreamlight Valley saved to work on my Xbox Ally S and X. You'll be able to play that hopefully with the update, if you can get that save transferred over there.
Now, do they have like a simulator version of your job so that way you can like play your job while you're waiting to work?
Right? There's got to be something. There's got to be something. Maybe I should pitch that or whatever. run in there and just like it'd be like washing simulator except with spray. You're like chasing it down cockroaches or whatever. And thankfully, I've moved up enough in my company that I do a lot of like keeping stuff out of buildings instead of actually having to deal with it. But every now and then, I draw the short stick, and I have to. But we get by. Yeah. We get by. Let's see. I had a good one because of course the biggest probably news this week was the whole Project Helix, which they had a nice little show about. Where did it go? I had it up here. Let's see. Potential pricing. Blah blah blah. That's not going to be it. I don't know. Did you watch the show that they had it when they were talking about it?
I should have, but I didn't because I watched the recaps. And I'm going to be honest with you. I know this is like the big news cycle. It's the big thing. Everybody's excited about hardware. But to be honest with you, there's nothing really coming out concrete and nothing that we didn't already kind of know or had been rumored for a long time now. And we've already been through the whole news cycle of talking about.
Yep.
Yeah, I was like, everyone's excited and repeating the news cycle, and I'm like, we've been down this road before.
Until I see something physical or they show off more. I mean, they gave us a little details. Microsoft has officially announced Project Helix, next generation Xbox console. Don't say PC. It's a console designed as a high-performance hybrid that plays both console and PC games with a developer kits shipping 2027 with a potential holiday release of 2027 or 2028. Key Project Helix news: core concept, like I said, a hybrid console PC designed by new Xbox CEO. Is it Asha? Like I always miss. Asha,
yeah, yep.
Asha Sharma, to run native console games and PC games from other storefronts, aiming to bridge the platform gap. And this is exactly why Sony is not having first-party games on Steam. It's basically what that says to me.
I don't know. I feel like the GameCube is probably scared him more than this one did.
I would say, yes, for sure. I think GameCube is definitely the more one that will affect PlayStation sales than this will. Hold on just a second. Clint, I love your hat. It's like you're not even wearing one. Am I supposed to be wearing a hat? Did I miss something? Castle in chat. Clint, I love your hat. It's like you're not even wearing. I don't even know what he's talking about.
I don't either.
I don't know. Castle, come on now. I don't know. I'll continue with this. Hardware, it will be powered by a custom AMD system chip using next-gen architecture for improved ray tracing and AI-driven performance. You always wear a hat. I do usually wear a hat, but I actually got a haircut, so it's not like if my hair gets much longer than this, you really can't quite tell. It goes into curly mode, and no matter what I do, I can drown it in water. It just curls like crazy and I can't stand it. So I always have a hat on. So until I get it cut. So yeah. And my hair grows fast, which I shouldn't be complaining about at my age, but I do anyways. Performance features FSR Diamond, and promises a massive order of magnitude performance leap, an evolution of AMD's Fidelity FX Super Resolution. Alpha units are scheduled to reach developers in 2027. Potential pricing, I mean, who knows? Who knows? I feel like this is, even if it comes out in 2 years and RAM prices, memory's down, I don't think this thing is going to be cheap whatsoever. I think they are going to sell it, especially with the GameCube coming out. I think they are just going to be like, do you want the Cadillac of gaming for your TV? This is it. And
it's going to be the Xbox Ally X of consoles.
Right. Exactly. It's going to be like you said. And I still don't know if they are going to be just a Microsoft console. I think it's going to be like Asus, Lenovo, or however, making different versions of this console. I really do think that, especially with like Steam and stuff on there. I mean, it's not confirmed Steam, but there's going to be Steam.
You know, that excites me though. And I'll tell you why. Because if they're going to do that, right, the whole thing behind that is they're going to be creating an OS essentially for them to license out, to put out there, right? Kind of like Google does with Android, you know? And so Google puts out the Motorola, well, not Motorola anymore. They put out I don't know what the Pixels, because they bought Motorola, the hardware manufacturer, so they could actually somebody make it, and that's your reference device. This is your Google experience. So Xbox puts out the Helix project, says this is your reference device. What's exciting is, at least to me, I figure that in order, they talked about it being a PC, games, and console. How are they going to do that? Probably to go backwards compatible. I feel like they have to be doing emulation. And how are they doing emulation? I'm wondering if they're building that into the Xbox mode, which I feel like is a play on what we already get with the full screen experience.
Right, with yeah.
Which, if they roll that out in with the Windows, we're already starting to see the Xbox mode possibly go to regular PCs. Can we see the emulation get put into that? And the rest of us already with the PC can access our console library and do the backwards compatible emulation that way. And that is very exciting prospect.
That would be pretty awesome. I like that. I like where you're going with that. And that's very, I'm down for that. Like you said, the Xbox mode or whatever with the, and they're pushing the whole Windows handhelds glimpse into the UI type of thing. So I think that's, like I said, going to have their own UI and it'll be streamlined. I do hope that this does actually have Steam or Epic Store, other than just the Xbox Store right now, because the Xbox Store definitely needs some help. Maybe by the time this comes out, it'll be much more cleaned up and stuff. But the Xbox Store right now, if they are going to be selling PC games as well on there, they definitely need to update the Xbox Store, because right now it's not good. It's passable, but
and that's
Steam level.
The other thing too that's very intriguing is the fact of why the PC store doesn't have a lot of options, but the games are still going to console. But with the new style, it's only one version, which leads me to think it's essentially the PC version, and there's just a targeted profile, kind of like the handheld profiles that they already have for the Xbox Ally X, to where this is like the console profile for the optimized specs or whatever, taking the base PC version. And then that would essentially mean that you'd see a lot more for us showing up in the PC stores side as well.
Yep. But yeah, like you said, it's still too early. We don't
all speculation until
it's all speculation until we see it. Supposedly we got like a glimpse of like the dev kit, which okay.
The other intriguing thing I will say too is everyone was like, well, there were very loud voices out there saying they were going to hit the door first, and you would have thought that probably maybe holiday 2026 or first of the year 2027 they were ready to launch and it's coming to market. But them stating that you won't see it get into dev hands, like the dev kits won't be out until 2027. That lets you know that we're probably looking at 2028 for the actual console release, which would almost put it in line with what the rumor was already for the PS6. So
right,
they're not going to hit the market as early as maybe everyone had thought they might have.
Yeah. And something that just kind of popped in my head too, with, I know it's just speculation with Steam and Epic, but like the handheld that they have, you've got good old games on there. You've got the Ubisoft. You can put any launcher on there. Blizzard, and I was just thinking of Blizzard. I know from playing World of Warcraft, they've kind of dulled it down a little bit. It's not as crazy, especially with this expansion. It's not as crazy with all the buttons you need to push. There's less buttons, and I don't know why it just popped in my head, but I feel like if they do release this, I think they want to have be able to have all stores on there, and there's all now they can maybe get more money from that buyout of World of Warcraft and stuff like that, because now they have all this surge of new players maybe to play World of Warcraft and play a subscription monthly and stuff. So I think this is just going to be a very fancy Xbox Ally, which I'm perfectly fine with.
Right. And honestly, I think part of this too is like they see they're writing on the wall. I have a feeling this is Xbox seeing what the future is going to bring with what happened when Epic went after Apple and Android. And I feel like you can use that precedent to in the future that you can start seeing that go on into the console market as far as making them, Mr. Gorbachev, bring down your walls type situation and let our stores come into your console.
Yeah. I think it's going to be exciting. Whatever it is, I think it's going to be pricey, but who knows what it's going to be
until we see it.
We see it. And I don't think where devs aren't even going to get it into their hands until 2027. Maybe we'll get a couple drip feeds of things, but we're not going to see anything crazy on this for quite a while. But yeah. Let's see. Was there any other news that you could think of? What do we got? Let's see. Monster Hunter came out. We talked about that a little bit. That's landed on an 86 on Metacritic, so that's cool. I think Fatal Frame landed at an 85. I think.
Good 80s games,
Yeah, I'm trying to find. Did you play? While I'm trying to find something, did you play the demo for Toxic Commando at all?
I did not. No. Okay, so I was very interested in it, and I was at least going to try out the demo. But then, the more I saw it, I think once Ellery came along and said it was kind of seemed a little repetitive, and it was gonna be very dependent on getting like your buddies and the experiences you're going to have with them. I was like, oh. I already have a hard time convincing 4 of my friends to like jump in on a game, and that's either buy them the friend slot games, So I was like, it's gonna be trouble.
I wasn't thinking about getting it because it looks interesting, and Saber does it. Rick is a fan of as well. But whenever they release a game, they always tend to have a really good roadmap.
They support very well.
Yep. So I was like, they're probably going to support it well. So maybe I'll get it at some point. And it's still kind of cheap. I think it's like 50 regular or 40. I think it's 40 regular.
I'm having trouble getting to buy $10 games on Steam.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I hear you. But from what I heard, Todd in chat, how involved is John Carpenter? I don't think he was involved that much. Reviews that I read and watched, they really didn't mention him much at all. I think it's more just the name is tacked on there to try and get a few people. The story is, of course, for that type of game, is very passable. So I don't think he was involved that much in it. But on Steam, anyways, I don't think it's the same on consoles or anything. If you own either, I think it's one of the Warhammer games or Space Marine 2, you get 25% off this game. So it actually drops it down to, I think, $29.99. So I was like, oh, maybe I will get that. But then I was like, no, I've got too many goddamn games going.
That's the other thing too,
God. Oh, it's just so ridiculous.
Man,
and
the other thing too, isn't it supposed to be like the style of like Left 4 Dead?
Yes.
Similar? Okay.
Yeah. Basically. So you can level up weapons, and a couple of video reviews. You can level up weapons up to 10, but then you can prestige them, which unlocks something for the weapon, and then you can level it up to 10 again, do another prestige. So it does look like there's a good amount of replayability there. There's 4 different classes that you can level up as well with a skill tree, and I'm like, this is what I like. And sometimes I just want to sit down. I don't want to think. I just want to kill stuff and have blood and gore everywhere. So I think it's a good game for that. It's just too many games out right now, and I don't know. Todd, who has friends to play with that already when you're 8 other live service games. Yeah.
That's us right here.
I know.
I mean,
I know.
we already mentioned what 2, 3 of them.
Yep.
Tonight, and we both know. I mean, you don't even go into Warcraft, and we know you go down that black hole from time to time.
Yeah. Oh God. And that starts. So the expansion was last week or the week before. So it was just the first couple weeks is just like everybody gets leveled, blah blah blah. Next week is when like the raid get launches, Mythic Plus. So you're just like hitting it hard. Usually when that stuff hits, I'm playing World of Warcraft probably a minimum of 12 hours a week minimum.
Yeah.
Which I love it. And I love the people that I play with, but at the same time, I'm like, I wish this would go away because I have so many other good things to play. Mythic Plus is the week after Baldwin says, I have some reprieve. I need to finish a few games.
See, I got a buddy that's already like, oh, hey, did you check out the new season of Diablo? And I'm like, no, because I know in April when the new expansion drops, I'm going to be all in on that. So I'm going to avoid this season and then go in that.
Yeah. Todd, yeah, there's definitely WoW babies. The people that I've been playing with some of them since the launch of the game. So 20 plus years almost at this point. We actually have like their kids are like teenagers and stuff now. It's crazy. And that's half the reason I still play is because Baldwin's a friend from there. Castle's a friend from there. We play hours on end talking on Discord together. So it's great fun. But yeah. Also, anyone playing Marathon? Yeah, me and Freighter get sucked in it. But going back to Marathon real quick, I want duos. I really want duos. I really, really want duos. I tried a few like 3-player like randos, and I was like, I have a lot more fun just single. But I mean, I know if you and I played, that'd be great for duos. But if we don't have a third, then we're either
SOL.
Yeah, we're shit out of luck.
Rick and I tried it. Okay, so when I took him in and we did the server slam, and I don't know, maybe that's why he didn't pick it up, because we did do duo no fill against trios, and I will say we did all right. We just never extracted, but the last time I think we'd made like 8 or 9 runs, and we ended pretty early on most of our runs. So yeah, there was always that third guy, you know, he'd take his man, I'd take mine, and then that third one would come in and be like, oh,
yep.
Well, there we go. Okay.
And I'm just not like, I'm good. I'm decent at the game. I'm not that good where I can take on like 2 people at a time. I'm not that good. I'm not, there's no shroud going on over here or anything.
Right.
Todd also says, do you think Marathon will get Destiny or any PlayStation character skins?
I would love to get a Destiny skin.
I'm pretty sure there'll be like a Destiny carryover of a variation of that skin with that like digitized or whatever. I'm pretty sure we'll see something.
Zavala as the Destroyer, and I am in right, or Saint 14, please, the Titans, the well-known Titans. I would be.
I always wanted to get into Destiny 2 more. I played it when it first came out. I liked it plenty, and then my friends fell off of it, and I didn't have any friends that played it, so I was just kind of like, and I would hop back in for the first like 1 or 2 expansions, and I was like, I like this, but now I'm far behind, and I was like, I got lost. I was like, whatever. So
over 3,000 hours here, and that.
Nice.
I got to be that point where I would always be after I had my kid, I wouldn't be able to always make the raid groups. So my groups would always be off raiding, and I'd be the odd man out. And then oddly enough, after Elden Ring, I was like, I love a good challenge. So that's when I got into the whole kick of soloing dungeons, and that became my whole thing that I was going towards, I think my most proud moment was the solo flawless Spire of the Watcher clear. I was and I didn't cheat, because there is a with the hunter, with the arc staff, you can throw it and you can basically insta melt the boss without having to do a full boss clear, and I did it without that, so I was pretty proud of that. But yeah.
Todd says Todd's talking in like 2000s code that Freight is the elite. It was like the elite Haxor or all that good stuff from back in the day. So I had a little something planned for you and Rick, but Rick's not here, so we'll just throw it out to you.
Okay.
I just got a little article here, and I thought it was kind of funny, and I was just going to see if you could pick out what games might be the problem here. So the article is 12 bad games that are in amazing franchises.
Mm-hmm.
So can you name what do you think are some bad games in what are usually good franchises? And I'll see if you get any of them. It would have been better with two people, but
oh man, that's tough too, because I have a feeling that people didn't like Strangers of Paradise in Final Fantasy. I didn't say it's a bad game, but a lot of people didn't care for that.
That is not on the list.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, but that's a good one though. That is a good one.
Resident Evil 6 or 5.
Surprisingly, that's not on here either.
Okay. What about that one offshoot? Because it was very divisive. Some people liked it, some people didn't. There was wasn't Team Ninja, they made that Metal Gear Solid game that a lot of people were upset about.
Metal Gear Survive.
Oh, I forgot about that one. I was gonna say
we'll
there was Rising or Revengeance or something.
Oh no, Rising was great. That was really good. That was good.
I just remember a lot of people
Metal Gear
upset
Survive
about that.
was god awful. I'll give it to you because you said Metal Gear, but number 2 on the list is Metal Gear Survive, which it was shit.
Trying to think
let's
what else,
see. Silkenet. I finished Stranger of Paradise recently. That is there was some hate for that game. Definitely, I did like that one.
I've got it on my backlog to play.
What's that?
Said I've got it on my backlog to play. I just haven't got.
Yeah, it's good.
Ever-growing pile.
Yeah, I know.
Good Lord, trying to think. There's got to be Mass Effect Andromeda.
That is on there. That is number 8. Which
I loved it.
I thank you.
The combat was great, and the story. I wanted more of that world, and they gave it to me. I never understood where the hate came from.
Yeah, I think we had mentioned it together because I think you had brought up Mass Effect Andromeda once, and I personally liked it. I thought it was good. It had a few bugs, sure, but I thought it was really good, and I will never forgive the fans or whatever hating on it so much because that game ended on such a cliffhanger.
I was ready.
Like,
remember we were supposed to get the DLC for was the not the Torians, what is Tally's people? There was the SOS, and we were going to go out and save them because they had their ship. And never. There was the DLC. I paid for the DLC. I was a day one deluxe edition person because I was a BioWare stan.
I was so mad because at the end it's like the main bad guy there or whatever, he's on the ship and he's like looking down the planet where I'm like, oh yeah, and then like the credits roll and I'm like, oh, I can't wait for the next one or the DLC. Nope. Nothing. I'm like, you sons of bitches.
How about on that note, we're gonna go keep it with BioWare, Dragon Age 2.
No, but you know what? I'm with you on that one. A lot of people love that game. I've tried to do it several times. I just can't get into it. Yeah,
I didn't like it.
I didn't get far into it. I've tried several times, but yeah. Let's see.
There's got to be like a Mario game on there, probably.
I think there was. Maybe not. No,
I'm saying Devil May Cry 2.
No. Oh, this is the one. A Dragon Age Vanguard. Nope, that's not on there.
Oh man.
Let's give you a little hint. Let's say it's from a Bethesda franchise.
I'm gonna say Fallout 4.
Nope, you're close.
76.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I never played 76.
The game launched complete ass terribly. I will say they've come back really good on that. There's a good story. There's multiple expansions. It's really good, and the hate carried so much with that. that it just destroyed it. But there's still a decent amount of people that play it, and the people that play it are like, yeah, this is actually a really good survival game, and it's Fallout. So,
yeah.
I
actually had a buddy in my raid group that would always be like, all right, we're not raiding. All right, well, I'm going back to 76 then. Everyone's like, nice. Wait, you're leaving Destiny for 76? What are you doing, man? It's like, yeah, I'm leveling up my Ranger. Come on.
Yeah. No, I liked Fallout 76. Well, I should say now.
Is there gonna be there's gotta be a Nintendo franchise on there?
I don't think there is. There is. Yep.
Okay.
There is.
Was it a franchise that was on the N64, or was it a game on the 64?
Yes, or the game was on 64, not this one.
Okay,
but the series was on the 64 Super Nintendo, and we haven't seen an iteration in a long time, which makes me sad. I don't think I actually played that one. I don't think
Pikmin. I don't think it's
nope, not Pikmin. Zelda 2, nope.
I don't know, man. That one's a tough one.
It's got, I shouldn't say it's got animals in it because it's half of Nintendo's.
Right? Oh, Star Fox.
Red Beast. Yep, Star Fox Zero.
Good call.
Yep.
Call.
Yep. Can we please get a new Star Fox game, by the way?
Star Fox 64 is so good.
Oh,
so good.
That Rumble Pack.
Rampage.
Like, oh
my God. Oh, man, those two games were so great.
Yep. Let's see. Another one is it's a Capcom game. It's not Resident Evil though. But it is a Capcom series. I don't think I played this one actually.
Well, then it's definitely not Wilds. A lot of people are upset with Wilds.
Nope. Nope.
Okay. Dear Lord. Man, I don't know the back catalog like that. You know, those stupid live service games. You know what I mean?
It's got zombies in it.
Let's say Dead Rising.
Capcom game. Dead Rising 4.
Okay. Frank's Revenge or whatever it was. I like that one.
I don't think I played that one.
I did. Because my first
16.
My first time really get into it was Xbox One, Dead Rising 3, played the crap out of that. So when 4 came out, I was like, all right, yeah, I'm jumping in on this one.
Number 12 is a game that I honestly like. It's not as good as the other two in the horror franchise. Any guesses? The first one is probably my favorite.
Dead Space.
Yep. Dead Space 3.
Yep. Rest in peace, Dead Space 2 remake that we never got.
So mad. I don't even want to talk about it. Another game, maybe I will talk about it. Like Dead Space sold so good. So it's like, sure, they're going to make the second one because the second one's reviewed well, is loved well. No, we hate money. Okay, fine. Whatever.
Ridiculous.
In the 11th spot, there's the hero is blue. That's your hint.
Sonic.
Yep.
So
Sonic. It's just a Sonic the Hedgehog 2006.
Okay.
I don't know
familiar with that
one is. The only Sonic game almost every fan despises is Sonic the Hedgehog 2006, known as Sonic 06.
Well, we honestly erased it from memory, so we must hate it.
I guess so.
Just
so.
Like
then
everyone
Star
else.
Fox, Dead Rising, then Mass Effect you did. Fallout 76. Let's see. What's a good
I need a lot of help on this one, apparently.
Yeah, what's a good hint for this one? I don't know.
It's tough to give a hint without like actually just giving it away where it's too obvious.
Yeah. Unless you really know like the game, what it's about and stuff. The main character's nickname is also the Birdman in real life, which is pretty much. It's a hard clue, but it's pretty much all I could do.
Oh, jeez.
So it's based off it's a sport game. I guess you could say sport game based on, a bunch of real life people that do this sport. And
wrestling.
Nope.
Gotta be wrestling. No.
Nope.
Well, the only Birdman I keep coming to is Anderson, who played with the Miami Heat with like Dwayne Wade and LeBron James. He also played with the Nuggets for a bit, but
so we're going with a Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5. Tony Hawk is also known as the Birdman.
Yes, it is. Duh. Come on.
Todd, you're probably right. Tony Hawk Ride was pretty damn bad too, but apparently Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5 is the worst in the series. And this one I don't think you'll ever guess because I never would. Postal 3. I don't even think I knew there was a Postal 3.
Never heard of it.
Number 4. I think I got a good hint. I'll say one of the first female major characters in video games.
You're not going to say Metroid Prime or Metroid?
No. PS1 was the start.
Tomb Raider.
Yep. Tomb Raider: The Angel of Darkness was not good.
Look at that. Red Beast got that one. Knew right away. Look at that. Dark Angel.
Nice. And this one is it's Nintendo, but Rare owns the
Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts.
Yep, number 3.
You said Rare, and I was like, I bet you Banjo's got to be on that list somewhere.
And the number 1 game, let's see, what's a good one? A good hint. This one was like development hell for like Jesus. It must have been like 15 years.
There's a lot of
the main characters' lines are quoted. I mean, maybe this is probably dating myself, but I feel like they're quoted a lot.
Oh, Todd, Duke Nukem.
Yep.
Okay.
Duke Nukem Forever. Yep. That was sad when that game came out because that was not a good game.
Jeez. I still remember with the Matt Hazard game that they came out that was kind of trying to be in the vein of like Duke Nukem. That game was actually really funny. It had Will Arnett and Neil Patrick Harris for the voice talent.
Right, Will Arnett. Yes.
He was the voice of the lead character, Matt Hazard.
Let's see. I got another list. We won't have you guess, but Den of Geek says the games that ruined great franchises. Guitar Hero, Warriors of Rock apparently ruined the franchise. Command and Conquer 4.
Franchise fatigue, really.
Yeah. Command and Conquer 4, Tiberian Twilight. Yeah. Crackdown 3. Yep, that's a good one to throw in there.
Yep.
It's the 2014 release of Thief. I thought it was an okay game, but
Gollum on that list somewhere. Oh no, it can't sink Lord of the Rings, but it tried its best.
God, I don't think Turok Evolution. I don't think I've ever even heard of Turok Evolution. Interesting.
Isn't that the one that came on the Xbox One, or no, the 360? Right. It came out, and I remember that I actually kind of enjoyed it because you could do like the whole thing was like it was a reboot, and you're on like some planet, a bunch of mercenaries were there with like dinosaurs.
Yeah, that looks like the big thing
apparently
was on the 64, but also probably came to the 360 as well, probably.
No, maybe that's not it then. Because
unfortunately,
maybe that was just called Turok.
Oh wait, no. Turok Evolution was released in a post Halo Combat Evolved, so it must have been Xbox. Tasked with keeping up with changes in the industry, blah 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 blah. Yeah,
because there was one where you got to like the coolest thing about it was your bow could over penetrate and you could literally pin their bodies to the wall. So it was just, and then they would ragdoll as their like shoulder was hanging from the wall or whatever, and it was kind of cool.
Number 9, Blood Omen 2. It wasn't great. Number 8, Splatterhouse. I didn't even know there was a bunch of Splatterhouse games. Apparently, Dead Rising 4 is on there. Star Fox Zero. Driver 3. I forgot about those games.
Mm-hmm.
The original Driver was hard as hell. I remember that. SimCity 2013. Yeah, that's a good one to put on there. That's a good one. Remember when that launched? Like you couldn't even play the game for almost a month.
Yeah, that
was so ridiculous.
It was also back in the days when it took forever to roll out a patch.
Yep. Those were back in the day. Medal of Honor Warfighter. Yeah, I miss the Medal of Honor games.
Okay, I remember. I think Medal of Honor Warfighter. I might have perfect gamer score on it. If not, I'm pretty dang close.
Nice. Okay.
Because I was. It was the summer I was home from college. I brought my 360 with me. The local store had a very limited selection of games that you could rent, and that was one of them. And still to this day, actually, recently my parents upgraded to like one of the hot boxes, or you know what I'm talking about, like
Yep.
Through cell service. Before that, it was always dial up. So I would go from like tier 1 internet at school, and then I'd go home and it was like nothing. So all of my days of like playing Halo 3 was huge at the time, you know, and I was like loving it. And then I go home and I'm just like, oh, okay, well, I guess they're just gonna grind it out now.
Yeah, I miss the Medal of Honor games. I think I played Warfighter. I don't remember it that well. I'm pretty sure I played it. The last Medal of Honor game, what was it? Was it Airborne or something like that?
Yes, Airborne was pretty
that
good.
one. Yeah, I liked that one. And then of course Call of Duty just destroyed it. Number 2, Dino Crisis 3. I agree with that one. Yep. And their number 1 as well is Duke Nukem Forever. Terrible times. But all right, sir. Anything else that that you want to talk about before we give everybody their fortune for the weekend?
Nothing really comes to mind.
Alrighty. You can go first.
All right,
what everybody
open it up
has
here.
Looking forward to their weekend here.
Unwrapping here.
I think I gotta get some new ones.
Good luck is bestowed upon you. You will get what your heart desires. And that means Clint will get his Corsair keyboard next week.
Yeah, someday. Jesus. I got a package in the mail the other day, and it was a big box copy of System Shock 2, which I love. But when it was in the mail, it was like a big box, way bigger than it needed to be. And I was like, oh my God, is this my keyboard finally? And I was like,
yeah, right.
I mean, thanks, but no thanks.
Right.
Let's see. I read the wrong side first, and it sounded kind of like when it says your next Chinese meal will bring you more cookies. I'm like, okay, thanks. But it actually is be open to opportunities that come your way, no matter how small they may seem. Yeah, that's not bad. It's not too bad. I like that. All right, sir. Before we wrap it up, where can everybody find you?
Freight Conductor and all its different variations of dot in the middle underscore. You'll find me on TikTok, on Discord, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch.
Beautiful. Yeah. And when you do go live in our Discord, throw it in like Content Creators Corner or whatever, so we can, everybody can check you out from in there and stuff. Yes.
To do that.
Spreading the Nerd. Just type in Spreading the Nerd anywhere from Threads, YouTube, TikTok, all that jazz. I'll be there. I'll come say hi. I'll say something.
I gotta tell you, I was really shocked today. In my real life situation, I had a friend of mine show me a TikTok that thought I should see because they knew I liked Arc Raiders. It was yours. It was yours about the coming home from work or going back to work from a weekend of Arc Raiders. That one.
That's
and
fantastic.
I was like, huh.
That's really good.
Check out the rest of their stuff,
Okay. Yeah, I definitely get more hits on the meme stuff than the actual content. But I try to get people sucked in through the memes.
Yep. Bait and switch,
That's right. Now that you're here, now you got to listen to us.
Yeah.
But yeah, check out TikTok, YouTube Shorts, all that stuff for some obviously some very funny memes if they're getting around. So yeah, that's it, folks. I think we'll all be back next weekend if Rick gets his power back by then, which I'm sure he will. So yeah, until then, have a great weekend and enjoy all those games, and we will see you next weekend.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.